Jerry, you've worked with literally hundreds of owner-managed businesses. What are the key differences that mark out the successful businesses who manage to grow their sales profitably?
Well, David, there's four differences that we've found. The first is building the right sales team. That's very important. The second is managing the sales team correctly. The third is, of course, motivating the sales team. And the fourth is having a clear value proposition.
Well, let's start with building the sales team then, first of all. And I notice you use the term when you talk of hunters and farmers. So let's talk about that initially. Can you explain what hunters and farmers mean?
Well, certainly, David. Before I do that, I think that when you're building the sales team, the quality of the people you employ and their experience will determine how well your business does. And that is all about finding people with the right emotional intelligence and putting them in the right slot. So it's round pegs into round holes. And when I define that as hunters and farmers, it's very important that the people you're expecting to go out face to face, day after day, and find new business exhibit a kind of hunter style. And those that are perhaps more customer service oriented are what we call farmers. So deciding what you want and recruiting appropriately is very important.
Now, you mentioned managing the sales force as the next critical factor. Can you give us some specifics here about how to do it well?
Managing the sales team is all about setting targets. It's about having sales meetings. It's about monitoring performance. And I think the sales manager, whether it be the owner manager themselves or somebody employed specifically to do that job, must lead from the front. So they've got to have key accounts of their own, they've got to be hard-working, and they've got to be respected by the members in the sales team.
Your third critical factor, Jerry, was motivation. Now, for many of us, motivating sales forces, we just think automatically about money. Is money all there is to it, or are there other critical factors at play?
No, I think it's much more complicated than just money. I mean, clearly money is a very important motivator, and for successful salespeople, it does come down to enjoying the nice, fine things of life, and that comes with financial success. But there are many other things that you have to bear in mind. Certainly, fair play amongst the staff and the sales team is important. What I mean by this is that commission schemes and bonus methods mustn't be changed. Taking accounts away from salespeople is really a big no-no. And so I've found that businesses that are honest, that are transparent, and are owned and run by owner managers who appreciate their staff and say thank you. It's the simple things that people appreciate more often than not.
And your fourth key success factor is the value proposition. Now, surely all companies are clear about what it is that they're selling to their customers, aren't they?
Well, you'd think so. And by and large, what I mean by a clear value proposition is actually what is it that you're doing over and above the product or service that you're charging people for? What is it that you're doing that changes people's lives? And what is it you're doing at an emotional level that you can engage with your prospects and improve your chances of making a sale? We've got several examples of this that have happened over the years here on the Business Growth Programme. And one that remains firmly in my mind was a company that was offering a service to most businesses. It was a service that one had to have to meet compliance. And in their case, once they understood that they were selling safety, the sales team were able to reposition the offer to the point where at the point of sale, they could say, well, which bit of safety do you want me to leave out? And that changed the fortunes of that business tremendously.
So these are the kind of differences that we're able to make for companies on both the Business Growth Programme and on the Sales Masterclass, which you lead. So if we just think about the Sales Masterclass for the moment, who would you recommend should come on this programme?
Well, I would recommend any owner-managed businesses, the owners and the managers of owner-managed businesses, and especially those people who are responsible directly for managing the sales team and the sales performance of that business. And certainly the feedback we get from the people who have been on the Sales Masterclass shows that it's a really interesting day, and it gives them a toolkit on which to build a successful sales activity.
Jerry, thank you very much indeed.